today. From Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13.
And this carries into the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. The numbers for Jones last week, 15 carries, 67 yards.
And to me, the goal is the exact same thing as last week. Get him the ball early and often. I think he's got another big game in him in this one.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Prescott from the gun. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz.
Prescott's pass. Complete to Zach.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
And it's third down.
Prescott to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Gilmore. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They saw their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now we get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And down he'll go at the 25.
Complete.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Gain on the play. And it's third down.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10. At their own 12-yard
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think of it.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. quickly for 6.
The kick is blocked.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it. Right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
It's a gain of 20.
It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. They'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Raiders' 40-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a 2nd straight loss. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
And it's 3rd down.
3rd and long for Prescott. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
A 50-yard attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. To throw from his end zone. Gilmore. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Looking to throw. Gilmore. On the left side, it's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Gilmore. They'll roll him out right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. And to give this time to the tailback. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Well, they had a gain of
of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? See that?
And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Henry Ruggs with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one.
And Denver getting set to take the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Brings up second and
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Out of the shotgun is Jones. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the ball.
Let's see if they can disrupt it here. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A big play there. 81 yards. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one. And the focus shifts back to Jerry Jeudy and his Bronco teammates.
With them losing here in the second quarter and his limited productivity so far, you'd have to think they're going to try to look to him a little bit more, right?
I would guess you would start to see maybe some quick screens, some hitches, anything to get the ball in his hands quickly and let him try and do some damage after the catch. Or maybe just flip some formations and keep him isolated where it's more of a one-on-one route and get the ball to him.
Let's say just 4 verts, right?
Hey, why not? 4 verts, one of the best routes in football. Hard to cover each guy all the way along the route.
So far, just 1 catch for him.
Running on first down is Jones, but he's not going to get much, maybe a couple. And it's 2nd down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Prescott now from the 50. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. The Broncos on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Yards to go.
Throwing. Prescott. And he's got Lockett. touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos get a bit closer. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And a big mistake on the return. He's out of bounds at his own 1-yard line.
All right, partner, get that disapproving look off of your face. He did get it out to the 1-yard line. Yeah, I know. Wasn't the best play in the world. He's hoping his offense can bail him out.
To throw from his end zone. Gilmore. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. A good pickup there at 22. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. The 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
Okay, we need to double-check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click. And right I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one.
25-yard line.
Dak Prescott of the offense heading back onto the field. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Prescott. And this is Ertz with it, right side. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Prescott. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Henry Ruggs and the Raiders set to go back to work. He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver because they need a quarterback to run it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But, boy, he's getting it done and in a big way. Right now, he wants to rock on every snap.
Yeah, he's counting his yards in the hundreds, not the tens. And down he goes. The man who won a Super Bowl MVP award across the bay in Santa Clara, Von Miller, in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 34-yard line.
At the 34-yard line.
Looking to throw. Gilmore. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Henry Ruggs in the final seconds of the first half. And this offense is running away with this one.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, it changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And this carries into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football up to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation...
And now look at him go! The 40! And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. So we've reached halftime. So he comes out of nowhere. He's got this handlebar mustache, greasy hair. And he says, would you rather eat a jar of mayonnaise or 3 sticks of butter? And I look... All right, never mind. Third quarter action now. And a big mistake on the return. He's out of bounds.
All right, partner, get that disapproving look off of your face. He did get it out to the 1-yard line. Yeah, I know. Wasn't the best play in the world. He's hoping his offense can bail him out.
They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up second.
To throw from his end zone. Gilmore. There's that man again. It's complete. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A big play there. With touchdown number 20 on the year. And the silver and black continue to roll. And that's the type of play that'll give your sideline some juice, a long touchdown pass.
And it's like a bolt of lightning, isn't it? That suddenness of that play brings everyone to their feet in the stadium, and he takes it all the way to the end zone. Give him credit for making that type of a play call. Even more credit for how they executed it.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking will keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
22-yard line.
On second down, Prescott again. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
28-yard gain. First down, Denver.
Here's Prescott. 5 timers left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott, they'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 37. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Now Prescott. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
The 30-yard line.
To throw is Prescott. Out quickly to Judy. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Complete to
Jerry Judy with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Broncos are able to at least make things a bit more respectable. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. When they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone.
At their own 1-yard line.
Henry Ruggs and the Raiders set to go back to work. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral. Because this doesn't just happen by accident. This is 4 times where the defense just falls down and breaks coverage. He's worked out really hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles, and getting open for touchdown.
We knew he'd be part of the game plan in a big way, and it has been in a very big way. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Raiders are pouring it on.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Prescott stripped, and the Raiders have recovered.
The quarterback sack.
Go, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
And this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Justin Simmons. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Loss of 4 yards.
Blitz came there from the inside, and there just wasn't much resistance.
No, not at all. That means that defensively, they timed it up perfectly and matched up perfectly.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
you were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and he took the ball off course. 3rd quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Prescott stripped. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Fumble on the play.
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage. But I think the good...
They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now a handoff here to his running back. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough.
And we'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Brandon, is there any way you and I can join this quarterback in the zone he's in? He's absolutely feeling it. Touchdown after touchdown, throwing the ball.
And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard.
Denver's offense ready to go again. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun?
Oh, Prescott stripped. And the Raiders pick it up. This middle of the field, breakaway. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice you're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, you do I ever.
He'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Prescott now. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders have recovered.
The quarterback taken down and sacked. A fumble on the play. Recovered by the defense.
A lone second remains now in this 3rd quarter. Following the fumble recovery, Gilmore. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
At the 26-yard line.
And this throw caught left side. 30. Past the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Jerry Jeudy. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Broncos get one score closer.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. The pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how weird is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon.
All right, partner, get that disapproving look off of your face. He did get it out to the 1-yard line. Yeah, I know. Wasn't the best play in the world. He's hoping his offense can bail him out.
Henry Ruggs and the Raiders set to go back to work. And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he's really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. You never want to give up a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver. He's closing in on 200 yards. Wow, that's a really big game.
And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. 12 yards there and a first down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They go play action here on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Norman. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. A big play that time for the Raiders. 52 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like the memory was a little too long there.
And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one.
25-yard line.
And Denver getting set to take the field. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. Open man, he completes it to Jeudy. Big seam, and he might go all the way. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Jerry Jeudy, 75 yards. And the Broncos are able to at least make things a bit more respectable. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use than that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run.
It's a foot race. The 30, 10, 5. And take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season, as his guys continue to pour it on.
The Raiders will line up for the...
Boy, the action just coming fast and furious right now. If you got up to go get a drink from the fridge, you picked the wrong time. 2 long touchdowns.
Yeah, and that's how you answer a one-play drive with a one-play drive of your own. And you're exactly right. If you step away from the action, my dad took me to a Major League Baseball game when I was 8. And I needed to go to the bathroom. Of course, while we're in the bathroom, grand slam home run.
Well, it tends to happen that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, my dad still hasn't forgiven me.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one. And the focus shifts back to Jerry Jeudy and his Bronco teammates.
Oh, this defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way we could get a trade for him? Take him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. An excellent way to start the drive there. 18 yards. Prescott looks to throw on first. And the Raiders have got him.
Prescott sacked. A loss of 6 yards.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. It's been a problem, just 1 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after. And he can't escape, and down he goes. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete.
Prescott.
And he gets it down to the 32. Prescott from the gun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. They'll try to run it with Jacobs. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
Back to it after the pick 6. Prescott. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another try after the 1st down sack. Prescott. He completes this to Sutton.
Prescott's pass.
Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Jonathan Abram picks it. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
22 yards.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's got the first down inside the 10. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way by taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Yeah, this play is not going to work. He's out of bounds, well shy of the goal line, and the try for 2, unsuccessful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
And the focus shifts back to Jerry Jeudy and his Bronco teammates. And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good. And I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in the zone and on a roll. It's continuing to adjust throughout the game because, you know, the defense is kicking coverages towards him, trying their best to slow him down, and he keeps getting the better of them.
Yeah, whatever they've done, it hasn't worked.
At the 36-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott. And this a quick slant to Lockett. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Complete to Tyler Lockett. A gain of
A big offensive explosion leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Las Vegas, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2.